Barry, and we're going to talk about his career, the project, and a couple other things. So thank you for joining us on today's webinar. So Barry, you were sharing with me earlier about your recent promotion and your time at Callahan. Could you talk a little bit about how long you've been here, what it's been like, and I would love to hear more about your promotion.
So I started with Callahan a little over 2 years ago, and I started off in the labor division, and from there, 17 months later, I became an assistant super, growing through the...
Congratulations.
Thank you. Growing through the company and just excelling and being accepted and taught throughout the way.
So when you think about the 17 months that you were in your role in the promotion, what sorts of things took place that supported your growth?
Well, I mean, Callahan is always supporting your growth and education and pushing you further and further to better yourself. Mm-hmm. And I think a lot of it was the teams encouraging you to learn more, show you more, and just introduce you to things that you don't know to give you that opportunity to grow.
So if you were to pick one or two things that you love, like your favorite things about your job, what would they be?
I would say the day-to-day dealing with, my trade partners, mm-hmm. and helping them, guiding them through issues, concerns, and problems.
And do you now see where you were mentored, you now see the opportunity to mentor others?
Oh, absolutely. You always see the opportunity to try to help someone out and further better their career, no matter whether they're a trade partner or Callahan. We have some new guys that are new foremen on site that mm-hmm. struggle, but we're not going to beat them down at the end of the day. We're going to, because that doesn't help the project ever. We're going to pick them up and guide them through and try to give them, as we call in Callahan, lessons learned. Mm-hmm. And we use it on a daily basis, that's for sure.
Love that. And so what are we looking at here?
So this is an expansion to 400 Rose Court, which is an assisted living facility. It's got several different levels of memory care to, just regular assisted living. And then this is tied into it with all 3 levels of access into the building, and including the basement for kitchen access. Awesome.
It's an amazing project.
It's really nice working with these assisted living communities, just to makes you feel like you're helping. Mm-hmm. You take pride in it, and it's not just a regular cookie cutter house at the end of the day. Every project's different.
You think of the lives that you're affecting.
Absolutely.
That's awesome. So what advice would you give someone who's new to Callahan?
Well, I'd say don't ever be afraid to ask questions. Mm-hmm. Always try to learn more and excel, because everybody's going to welcome you with open arms if you're trying and learning. That's all they're asking for at Callahan. You give them your honest, they're going to give you 110% back.
In your new role as assistant superintendent, what are some of the things that are most important to you on a daily basis or a weekly basis?
I would say most important is helping our trade partners throughout the day, making sure that they have everything they need, they have all the answers they need, and just trying to make things run as smoothly as possible between different trade partners, and focusing on what's important, our timelines, and just getting through every day with a safe and happy work environment.
And so I would suspect the teamwork fail is vital to providing a happy and safe work environment.
Very. You always have to have a relationship with your trade partners, and personally, and this whole team out here at Linden Ponds, we all take pride in knowing every person on site. We try to know their name, some of their likes, dislikes. We get to know them on a personal relationship. Mm-hmm. And in the end of the day, they'll go the extra mile for you, because you're going the extra mile for them.
And what are you doing for the clients to create raving fans?
Well, I'd say every client that we deal with is different, but on a day-to-day basis, you got to go through what ultimately they want. This is their building. So when we have our meetings and we have our walks, you got to listen to them and find out what they're really looking for. And they want what they're buying at the end of the day. So our goal is to give that to them, and to the T of what they want. So I believe is if we build them what they want, and keep them up to the loop and all the time, you're going to get that raving fan.
That's amazing. And listening to our customers and our clients is one of the chapters in the book, Raving Fans.
Absolutely.
I love that. So Barry, when you're not leading amazing projects like this for Callahan, what do you do?
Usually I'm working. But when I'm not working, family. Family is most important. You spend your time with family and enjoy all the time off you have. You know, that would be my most important thing. I'm nothing special. I just work and family. It's all that
That
matters.
is very special.
It is.
So Barry, when you think of our trade, what's some advice you might give someone about the construction trade and entering it?
Well, you know, when you get into the construction, it can be very overwhelming. You gotta, Callahan builds teams, and they're amazing. You gotta lean on your team. When you don't know things, lean on them. Ask questions. No question is a stupid question. You always wanna lean on your team if you don't know something. We never guess out here, so.
Amazing.
So now that we're in the courtyard, let me tell you a little bit about it. So for the residents, we have a gas fireplace.
Ah, that's awesome.
It's very safe. Power switches inside, shut-offs. We have a bocce court for them. There'll be several, seating areas for them out here. Plenty of wheelchair access in and out for the people that aren't capable, which is part of what I love about some of the projects we do for, with the assisted living. Feel like you're helping someone, later
Absolutely.
in their later days of life. So.
Absolutely. Shall we go look at the fireplace?
It was a heavy unit to get up here.
Oh, I can imagine.
We brought about 8 guys, the company that installs them. We put it in place, set it, and then the masons build all of this around it. So this is
cool.
Completely encapsulated.
Is it okay to touch?
Yep, 100%. So that'll be nice. It's high up at a safety range for residents. It's not right at the touching height of it.
Yep.
So on and so forth. So then over here, this will all be bocce court, lighting all around it, so they can play on the permitted hours and stuff like that. These are in the earlier stages, but this is where we're tying into the other building. So you'll have double fire doors there. Residents can flow between the 2 buildings.
And not go outside during the winter.
Not be able to go outside in the winter. You'll have the amenity spaces of over there as well as over here.
That's great.
So it's kind of, the residents that live there kind of got an upgrade, we'll call it, in my mind. So all the corridors are the same. They're set up. You got an electrical room. You have some storage closets. For the most part, these are all the living units. So up here we'll have, obviously, all the trellises, be a couple nice planting beds, a lot of outdoor sitting furniture, no fire or anything, but we have wall-to-wall lanterns. We have a few up, but there'll be lanterns all around. It'll be very well lit for the residents.
It's very home-like.
Yes, and I feel most architects in assisted living try to give a home life. Like if you were to move into a place and it's kind of set up like a hotel, because these units are kind of basically like hotel rooms. What does that give you for home?
Right. Right.
So you get what you're paying for with these places, I feel. But it's going to be a great building. It's going to match all the rest of them, and it'll look beautiful.
That's amazing.
This will be the theater room for the residents. So they have a lot up here. This is their theater. You come down into here. We have a library stationed right here. And then off to this side will be what we call the family kitchen. So it has the cooking capabilities, but for your family to come in.
Oh,
your family
that's amazing.
can come in, you want to have a dinner with your family, there's an oven to warm things, there's sinks, there's a full fridge, ice maker.
To really keep the community feeling.
Yeah, and trying to have a family dinner in one of the smaller units or down in the dining area, it's different. This is more of a home setting. So
Yeah.
I like that. We always put them in here, and it's great for them. So this area would be another corridor. We have a laundry room. There'll be a washer, 2 washers, 2 dryers per laundry room, first and second floor. And when we come down to here, this is where our bridge expansion happens.
And what is the bridge expansion?
So there's going to be a bridge that ties this building into that.
A literal bridge.
A literal
indoor.
bridge. Yep. So over here, this bridge will connect here. We'll go across and tie right into over to that building.
Wow.
So the residents can, in foul weather, whatever, just get over to friends or, you know, it's whatever they may need. So each building, those two buildings are connected up there, and then on this back road is the same thing, they connect.
The socialization piece is so critical.
It helps in these areas.
Yeah.
That sits on, it's about 5 feet thick. It took several weeks to get those engineered, poured, recalculating, and it takes several weeks for steel too. So it's going to be a tight part of the project, but I don't see us not making it. Without a challenge, what's another day at work?
Right, right. I love that. It's like, as we grow, keep us small.
I don't think Callahan's the type of company that will ever, you know, outgrow its personability.
Right, right, exactly. The culture, only having been here a couple months, the thing that has struck me the hardest is the culture in a positive way, and how it is really positive and everyone jumps in to do whatever needs to get done. And when I went through my orientation, the onboarding, that was the thing that people kept talking about. And as a person who was new to the company, to see it in action reassured me that absolutely I am in the right spot.
Yeah, the help and assistance you receive with Callahan is more than I've ever had with any company. And it's not just help with problems, it's help with growth in my mind, you know?
Thank you for joining us for our first Callahan Coffee Chat, and there's definitely more of them to come. Wait for the truck. Oh, is he waving at us?
Nah, he's beeping at the lifts to let him know not to move.
Oh, smart.
The bus drivers now know the routine.
That's good. That's great. This is great stuff.
Well, when you're not leading amazing projects, what do you like to do?
I'm usually working.
You better make something up real quick.
So, for someone who wants to get into construction or eventually become a superintendent, what advice would you give?
Don't do it.
Outtakes, B-roll.
Can we have a bloopers roll at the end of this?
Seriously.
What was that question
We good?
again?
What? Start over.
Do you think that covers the project questions?
Thank you for melting with us today on Coffee Chat.